Welcome to the Angel Stark Show with Damon Means. With your hosts, Angel Starks, and your co-host, Damon Means.
The Angel Stark Show with Damon Means. Check this out, we live.
Yeah. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Angel Stark Show with Damon Mean, late nights right here on WHMB TV Channel 40. I'm your host, Angel Stark.
And I'm Damon Means, and we are here recording live at the Gospel After 5 Theater, located at Washington Square Mall. Come on out and give them a try if you're looking to do a comedy show, clean comedy might add, or theater, or music, or any type of performance, or even birthday parties, reunions. Whatever the need is, they have it here, and they also have church services on Sunday.
That's right. Let's not forget that this is a faith-based theater, performing arts center. So if you are looking for a worship service, you definitely want to reach out. They have a Sunday service every Sunday that I hear is awesome, and I plan on coming actually next week, so I'll give you definitely a review. But the spirits here is beautiful. The owners here are very, very accommodating, very professional, very clean environment, and pretty much really open to allowing you to create what you're trying to create. So if you're inspired and you want more inspiration and you want a venue to do that in, definitely reach out to the Gospel After 5 Theater. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, today we are going to talk to the co-founder of Journey Beyond Redemption, Miss Jan, and she also has Dawn with her, Dawn Hopkins. She is a returning citizen that was incarcerated a year and a half ago. So Journey Beyond Redemption is a community group that basically provides resources to women only that have been incarcerated and are returning back into citizenship. So It's very awesome what they're doing, some of the things I had not thought about being incarcerated as a woman. I don't know why I'm thinking women don't go to jail, but
yeah. Women commit crimes too.
We do.
and women get convicted of crimes too, and so women will go to prison too.
Well, we know. I don't know any people that have actually been incarcerated are women. So I think a snap, and I think that's fake. So I never thought about it, but today is really real. And we are here talking to these ladies.
And it's real, and what the women deal with coming back to society, the obstacles, the hurdles they have to get over, and the lack of support that they receive from their loved ones, their family, and their friends is also real.
Right.
So it's outstanding for organizations like Journey Beyond Redemption to do what they're doing.
That's right. Now, we pride ourselves on always bringing you guys very informational topics and guests on the show. We want to be the hub, your late night hub that you tune in to find out more information, more resources, what's going on, be entertained, inspired, and feeling positive after you watch the show. So we hope that we are able to provide that for you guys. You stay tuned and we'll do our best. We'll be right back.
Golden Image Photography, the new face of photography in Indy. Contact Jay Golden today at 317-809-4502.
And you guys, we are back and we are sitting here in the Gospel After 5 Theater. I am with the co-founder of Journey Beyond Redemption, and this is Miss Jan Weeder Cowan.
You got it.
Jan Weeder Cowan. Now, listen, I had a really hard time with that because I don't know. I guess because it was so easy that I made it harder than it needed to be.
That's what happens.
Is that what it is? Oh, yeah. That was unnecessary. But we are here with Jan, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
You are welcome. I know that you guys have two divisions of what you guys do as far as your organization. One for the men, and then we didn't leave out our women. And then we have you're here to talk about the service that you offer to women. So tell me a little bit about Journey Beyond Redemption.
Okay, Journey Beyond Redemption is a faith-based group.
Okay.
We're not particularly interested in what your faith is.
Oh.
We're welcoming to people of all faiths. But we do try to provide spiritual support. When people return from incarceration, they face a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They've been living in an environment where everything is super structured. They don't get to do a lot of thinking, don't get to make a lot of decisions. And then all of a sudden they're faced with empty days. So there are a lot of challenges, and of many sorts, social sorts, economic sorts, housing, food. We try to help with all of those things. But one of our main goals is to get women together so they can talk with other women who've been through the same thing. I first discovered how useful that was when I was struggling with infertility.
Okay.
And back in the 80s, nobody talked about that.
Oh, no, that was a hush conversation.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had to ask the Department of Corrections if it was going to be possible for us to get these women together, because they're not supposed to get together after they've gotten out of prison.
Oh, really?
If you are a convicted felon, you're not supposed to hang out with convicted felons. And what we wanted to do was have them hang out with us.
You did, yeah.
So we went to the head of reentry and asked, is it possible to do this? And the men's group was founded first.
Okay.
In June of 2011. The women's group was founded in November of 2013.
Okay.
And so we had to approach the DOC about both groups. So one of the real advantages is the fact that it gives women a chance to be together with other women who have met the same struggles they have. If you've been in prison any length of time, think about how much things have changed in the last 5 years in this country.
Yeah.
You know, you come out, what's an ATM?
Oh, yeah.
What does that stand for? What do I do with this phone? I mean, at 71, I'm having a hard time dealing with this phone.
And I've been out here the whole time, and I don't even know how to do mine.
I need my grandchildren all the time on that score. But, you know, how do you use the bus system?
Yeah.
Where can you go to look for a job? How do you get insurance?
And everything's automated. They don't even want you to walk in anymore.
They don't want
like
you to
used
make
to.
an application in person. They want you to do it online.
Absolutely.
And so one of the things that happens is we point out to them how you can do these things. Where can you go to get a hold of a computer? Public libraries are doing a wonderful job of teaching courses, but also of helping people do applications and so on and so forth. And people from our men's group meet from 11 to 2 every Wednesday in a room at North United Methodist Church.
Okay.
And the reason we chose North United Methodist Church is that they chose us.
Oh.
They said, there was a social worker by the name of Mary Z. Longstreth who got us into this whole business. But the fact that they sit at the corner of 38th and Meridian,
Okay.
they're right on top of the bus stops, many bus lines. They're also easy to find. Practically anybody in Indianapolis can tell you where 38th and Meridian is.
Right.
So
perfect.
the thing to remember is North United Methodist Church, because all you have to do is call them and they'll get you in touch with us. They provide us meeting spaces. They also have provided us with an office and a place to store the baskets that we give to people when they come out with the everyday things that you need, soap, towel, combs, etc. So they've been very generous with us.
That is a blessing to be able to create something and want to provide a service and then have a church or any organization back you up and help you do that. So that's absolutely awesome. So the name of the church is on the screen. Do people give donations through them to help put things in those baskets? Okay.
Actually, the churches donate baskets.
Oh, okay.
North Church has donated a lot of them. Center United Methodist Church down south has also put many of them together.
Okay.
We exist on donations.
Okay.
And we are a 501(c)(3). Our parent group, which is the 501(c)(3), is Faith and Community Ministry. And so donations are tax deductible. We also do things like put on comedy shows.
Okay. So, I mean, this is, I never really thought about women being incarcerated. You know that? I always think of men. And then I think, oh, that would never happen to me. I don't know why. And then when you just sat here and I thought about, I was having a flashback of what would I do if I was incarcerated and got out and was gone for any length of time and things changed overnight and didn't know how to, apply for jobs, didn't know how to use my phone, didn't know how to, and a lot of times people close doors on you depending on what you went for and all this type of stuff. So, I mean, that is awesome that, you guys exist for women that find ourselves in these situations.
Yeah. The thing of it is there are a lot of aspects of it that we don't even think about.
Yeah.
When you're in prison, you change. And many of the women who come to our group are women who are looking to totally change their lives and get on.
Right.
Consequently, their family may have been in touch with them. Their family may not have been in touch with them while they were incarcerated. And their family reacts to them as they did before they went into incarceration.
Exactly, yeah.
And they're ready to have them, hey, here's the new me. This is what I'm trying to do. So relationships can be tough. Everything is tough. You walk out of incarceration. We like to call them returning citizens.
Yes.
Because they're people who are coming back to our society. They're members of society. They've done their time.
That's right.
And many of them are going to come out without hardly any self-confidence.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And we need to let them know you got a lot of good things in you, and you can do a lot in life, and we're here to help you however we can. If it's just lending a listening ear. But the other women who have come ahead of them can share their experiences and what kind of things work for them.
Yeah, and it's always good to, I could understand both, sides of the street why, they would say, well, we don't want a whole bunch of felons getting together, thinking of all kind of criminal stuff. But then you don't think about the positive of, being with like-minded people that have experienced things and being able to give support and say, hey, there's a program that I use. This is what I did. So I love that's a piece of what you guys provide.
Please tune into the Angel Starks Show with Demond Means on Saturday, 12:30 a.m. on WHMB TV, Channel 40.
So are you looking for more motivation? Are you looking for more time to get fit and healthy?
We're here at the Strength Factor, here to motivate you. We're open from 4:30 a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m., Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday by appointment.
So please give us a call at 317-376-0135 for a free assessment. Thank you.
Now, counseling, do you provide any type of counseling or is there a piece there that reunites mothers with their kids?
We do mentoring.
Okay.
And we'll help refer them to programs that will help them get prepared to have their children back and help them with the legal situations going on there.
Very good.
And then we provide childcare. If a woman has her children with her now when she first comes out, we can have, the church will provide us with childcare so that they can come to meetings and attend.
That's a big piece too, childcare.
And not have to worry. There's so many more factors involved for women than there are for men. Many men are fathers and are taking responsibility for their families too. But many times it's the woman who's. And I think I just need to mention, you asked the question, what might I have done to wind up incarcerated? I might have decided I was going to try drugs,
Right.
and gotten caught.
Mm-hmm.
I might have been being abused by my partner and fought back and gotten myself in trouble that way. There are a lot of things. I mean,
Yeah.
we've all made mistakes, no doubt about that. And so,
and I have been a foster parent in Indianapolis for 9 years, and a lot of the mothers can see that they can't get their kids back because they don't have a program like your program. They don't have a support system, and they just get overwhelmed and just go back to what they knew. And sometimes that's the easiest thing to do. You've been doing that for 10 years or whatever.
It is. And if you try to get a job and they say, I'm not going to hire you because you have a felony.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know how to do?
Yeah.
The women and men who come to us are people who really want to do something different in their lives. But for all people, there are resources out there. If you need help with parenting, there are places you can go. And the Rainbow Book can connect people with those kinds of things. There are all kinds of resources, and we can get you in touch with a lot of them.
Okay.
But people shouldn't be discouraged.
You should not be discouraged. Now, the next time that you come across a woman who it seems that she's down on her luck, maybe she is, again, you never know. I have ran into women that I thought were less than me because, I had their 6 kids, and when I'm looking at their paperwork, they've been in and out of jail, and they, and then you get to know them, and they have a lifelong story of abuse and neglect and no support, and you just really start to see that, some people don't ask for some of this stuff, and they just get so deep in, you just don't know how to get out of it, and then you have to get that circle of people to be able to support you, to take you where you want to go in life, to kind of turn your life around. So if you have someone in your family, you're watching this show, maybe they're not in your family, it's a friend, it's someone that you've seen on the street, someone you've seen at the store, or whatever, you might want to, and I'm going to ask you to, Jan, we're going to give the information. You want to reach out to a Journey Beyond Redemption, so that can be the piece that could change someone's life. They have the knowledge, they have the referrals to be able to just kind of help through what you're in right now to get to the next step. Tell us where someone would be able to find out more information. You guys have a website?
We both organizations have websites.
Okay.
It's simply the group's name, JourneyBeyondRedemption.org, BeyondTheBridges.org.
Okay.
The men's group meets the first Saturday.
Okay.
They had a meeting this morning at 9 o'clock. The men make themselves a big breakfast.
I'm sure.
The women, and this is the first Saturday. The men are the first Saturday. The women meet the third Saturday. Same location, same place. We're not changing location.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do if Christmas falls on one of those Saturdays.
Yes, mix it all in.
We're there.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to us if it's a holiday weekend.
No, this is open to the community.
This is open to absolutely everyone.
Okay.
And we have a number of people who join with us because they want to be of support.
Absolutely.
Many of the people in the churches that know about us donate furniture. You walk out of prison, you walk out with one set of clothes on your back.
Wow.
So first and third Saturdays, 9 o'clock in the morning. If you forget anything else, just remember 38th and Meridian, North United Methodist Church, and call up, and they'll get a message to either myself or to one of the men's leaders, and we'll get back in touch with you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jen, for stopping by and giving that information. We love to put on informational stories and success and community events and things like that. So I appreciate you bringing that piece to us here on the Angel Starts with Demond Means show. We are going to be right back, and we have Dawn Hopkins. She is a returning citizen who is receiving or has received services through Journey Beyond Redemption. You guys stay tuned to hear her story. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to the Angel Stark Show with Damon Means. I am here with Don Hopkins, who is an outstanding member of Journey Beyond Redemption. Don, it's a pleasure to have you here today. I'm so excited to hear about what this organization has meant for you and how it has helped you and what it has done for you to be successful. Just starting off, I want to just get right into it. A lot of times people, as you know, the viewers have already got a backdrop on what happens with people coming back from incarceration. You have a chance to speak about it firsthand. What would you say is the number one thing that people just probably totally underestimate about what happens when people return back to society?
I think a lot of times people expect you to just pick up your life where you left off, but it's not that easy.
Right.
It's very, very overwhelming, and just the sheer number of decisions you have to make every day. And I mean, just a trip to the grocery store was like completely overwhelming. The first 3 months of my release, like every day was just like crisis mode, basically.
Wow.
Just survival and trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure out how you was going to get there, what was going to happen. So the organization, Journey Beyond Redemption, what has it meant to you? What would you say it has done for you to help you just in those situations like that somebody else would look at as something that is very small, going to the grocery store, but obviously from your experience it's something that was very, like you said, you said 3 months, you know what I'm saying, you went through a crisis situation dealing with those type of decisions. How did the organization help you?
It just really helped to be able to talk to other people that had been through similar situations. I kind of used the group, it was kind of like my support system.
Okay.
You know, it was my support group, like an AA group or an
Right.
NA group, something like that. It was just a place that I could go and be 100% me for that 1 hour. I didn't have to try to figure anything out. If I couldn't get there, I could call somebody and
Right.
they would figure that out for me.
Right.
It was just really, really helpful to be able to just talk frankly about the things that I was experiencing without feeling any guilt. You know, your family wants you to come out and get everything right the first time.
Right.
And they don't understand that it can be really, really hard.
Really
and
difficult.
just everyday things can
Right.
be very difficult.
And so, like you said, a lot of things that people do commonly every day, they expect you, you know, once you've been away, for you to just come back. Like you said, I love what you said. People expect you to come back and pick up the pieces and just take off where you left off. But people don't understand that when you're returning, you have a lot of obstacles in your way. What are some of the obstacles that were in your way, and what did you do to get past those obstacles, and how did this organization help you?
When I was probably started about 6 months before my release, I started looking seriously at where I was going to live and what were going to be my barriers to success, because going back just wasn't an option.
Right, right.
So I had to find a place to live and transportation and jobs and all of those types of things. I was lucky because I had completed a program during incarceration that I was able to have a mentor from the outside
Okay.
that I had regular communication with, because I really didn't have much contact with my family or family support, and going home to mom wasn't an option.
Right.
So I had to basically figure out how to stand on my own 2 feet. The day I walked out of prison, I'd never had a job, I'd never supported myself.
Wow.
I owned nothing.
Wow.
So Journey Beyond Redemption, when I first came home, they brought me a welcome home basket, and it had things like towels and washcloths, a hairdryer, all sorts of toiletry products. I think for the first year I was home, I think that I bought no soap or shampoo or
Right.
toilet
That's
tissue or
saving a lot of
anything,
money.
because yes, it saved money, but it was, you walk into the the store and you look and there's this entire aisle
Right.
of shampoo options.
Right.
And for the last 16 years, I had 2 options that were on a form that I didn't even see. You fill in
Right.
the circle and a week later you get your shampoo bottle.
Right.
So it really helped. They gave me this welcome home basket. My mentor from the outside had gotten me in contact with them. They helped me find a roommate and a place to live in a new city. I had never been to Indianapolis.
Okay.
So I knew nobody and I didn't know my way around.
So that created even more obstacles.
Yes, they helped me figure out things like how to get to my first parole hearing, parole appointments, probation appointments, how to get around downtown. I still get lost. If I don't use GPS, I'm hopeless.
Yeah, the people that have been living here all their life still get lost downtown. They're constantly under construction doing something, so don't feel any way about that.
Yep.
So with all the obstacles that were in the way, and like you said, you said you left prison with not owning anything, but obviously you left owning your dignity and your confidence and your hope for a new life. And you did what was necessary to become successful. So in this last, what has it been, a year and a half?
Yes.
Last year and a half, you have really made some strides, taken some strides in the right direction to prove that, you know, whatever you did, that you've been redeemed. And that this journey of redemption, you're completing it. And you're making some moves to show people that people can make mistakes. They can be living their life in one direction for a large portion of their life, and then turn it around for the rest of their life and be looking forward to living and showing that they're a different person. What would you say to encourage someone else that's going through the same situation of dealing with incarceration and living and being a certain person, and then coming out with people maybe expecting you to be that same person or worse, but you come out and you're renewed and you want a new chance and you want a new hope, but it's denied before you even get a chance to show what you're worth? What would you say to kind of encourage people, you know, in the same situation?
Probably the most important thing, I think, is to tell people not to give up, and that there are people out there who care and who will listen and who will help you and not just hold you down. There are people who genuinely care, and that's one of the things that, especially if you're incarcerated for a long time, you forget.
Right.
And you feel forgotten by the world. And so you walk into this room, a room full of strangers, and there's food and hugs and information.
Right.
And they genuinely care. They're there for no other reason than because they care and they want to help.
Want to see you do better.
Yes.
Right.
And so that's basically what I would say, is not to give up, and that to know that there are people who do genuinely care and will help, and not to be afraid to ask.
Right.
When I first came home, I'd never ridden a city bus. So I get these free bus passes and I'm on the bus, get to where I'm going. I have no idea how to make the bus stop.
Right.
The first half a dozen times I rode the bus, I had no idea how to make the bus stop where I
Right.
wanted it to.
Right.
So I'm just sitting there and I try to get off when somebody else gets off.
Right,
close
right,
to where
right.
I'm going.
I hope this guy's getting off where I'm going.